Coming up live at 2:30, police right now are searching for two suspects. What we know after a police cruiser was hit by a stolen car.
Plus, the Rockefeller tree is expected to light up tonight, where this year's tree is coming from.
And the Albany Police Department giving back to the community, how some local officers spent their Thanksgiving.
And runners had to deal with the elements during this year's turkey trot. We'll take you there. SCTV Live at 2:30 starts right now. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Zabrowski.
And I'm Tommy Kane. We begin today with an ongoing investigation involving the New York State Police Department. Early Sunday morning, the New York State Police say they assisted in tracking down a stolen truck. Police say the stolen vehicle, a Ford F-150 from Pittsfield, Massachusetts, was found near Dollar General on U.S. Route 20 in New Lebanon, New York.
Police tell us two men who were operating the vehicle refused to comply and drove off, eventually hitting a police car before leaving the scene. Police say they are looking for the two suspects. One of them is on your screen right now. If you have any information, you are asked to call the number on your screen. This past weekend saw New York have a lot of snow coming in from the west.
And in areas like Erie and Jefferson County, well, they saw over 30 inches of snow coming in from the lake. And while the residents may feel like they've had enough snow, Mother Nature has other plans. Counties surrounding the Great Lakes are expected to get anywhere from 5 to 15 inches of snow this week. And even the Capital Region is expected to see around 1 to 4 inches. Governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, visited Troy this Saturday to help promote small businesses for the holiday.
Governor Hochul stopped into and supported multiple locally owned stores. Small businesses make up a large percentage of New York State businesses, and Hochul has done a lot of work during her tenure to help grow small businesses all across New York. This Thanksgiving, Troy held its 77th annual Turkey Trot,
where over 4,000 people showed up to run in the less than ideal conditions, dealing with a wintry mix of snow and rain. Still a great turnout for the city of Troy and a fun way to start your Thanksgiving. Happening tonight, the Rockefeller Christmas tree is expected to light up New York City. This year's Christmas tree came from West Stockbridge, Massachusetts, marking the first time since 1959 a tree from the state was chosen. The tree was cut on November 7th and arrived at Center Plaza on November 9th.
The iconic tree lighting ceremony will air live today, with the tree lit daily from 5 a.m. to midnight. On Christmas Eve, it will light for 24 hours, and on New Year's Eve from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. The tree will also be on display throughout mid-January. Happening right now, a blood drive on campus. The event kicked off this morning in the MAC, where students are welcome to come and donate blood. No appointment necessary.
Donate blood and help save lives. It's easy and fast, and your donation makes a big difference. You still have time to donate blood as the event wraps up at 5:30 tonight. Attention Siena students, have you ever wanted to take the stage and be part of something truly magical? Now's your chance. Auditions for 12th Night, Shakespeare's classic comedy auditions, were held on December 3rd and continue today in Foy 107.
It doesn't matter if you're a pro on stage or just looking to try something new. 12th Night is the perfect opportunity to step into the spotlight. With a fun story full of laughs and heart, it's a great new way to make new friends, create memories, and bring the magic of Shakespeare to life. Don't miss your shot to be part of this amazing show. Are you interested in 3D printing?
An old club is trying to breathe life back into an important field. SCTV's Joe Lemery reports.
We're here in Roger Bacon 104, where Siena's physics and astronomy departments store their equipment, including 6 fully functional 3D printers. The 3D Printing Club, formerly known as the Siena College Enable Club, is looking to build back up. Behind me is junior applied physics major Torres Germany, who took over the club as president this semester.
So the 3D Printing Club used to be called Enable, and it used to be where we would create prosthetics as a volunteer group. But now we are specifically working more with hobbyists and trying to teach people how to use 3D printers.
Germany has learned a lot about 3D printing since joining the club and becoming president, and is hoping he can share his knowledge with other students. Now you might think that 3D printing is only for experts, but Germany tells us it's not rocket science.
Students can print whatever they want as long as they have an idea, or they at least have the file to print something. They can print whatever it is, and as long as I'm here, I'm going to be able to help with that.
Germany has big plans for the club. He's looking to build an e-board and hopes for more students to join next semester.
I would also potentially like to go back to working with companies like Enable, so we could continue working with prosthetics and things, so that we can start providing for the surrounding community a little bit more.
As the fall semester comes to a close, Germany is preparing for the club to take its next steps in the spring. He is encouraging students of all majors to join the club. Reporting for SCTV, I'm Joe Lemon.
This Thanksgiving Eve, the Albany Police Department went above and beyond, delivering over 30 meals to community members in need. It was a small act that made a big impact, bringing smiles and gratitude to families across the city.
The police department wants to thank Bimbo Bakery, BJ's Wholesale Club, and Restaurant Depot for their generous donations, making this outreach possible. It's a reminder that everyone could use a helping hand, especially during the holiday season. Hopefully you made it to the Double H Club Winter Pop-Up yesterday in the Saracen Student Union Atrium from 12:45 to 1:45 p.m. during free period.
The event offered students a chance to de-stress as we head into finals. The pop-up offered hot chocolate and sweet treats to those who attended, as well as a chance to learn about volunteer opportunities at the Double H Ranch.
The Double H Ranch functions as a nonprofit organization that offers low-cost, no-cost programs to kids who are suffering from chronic and long-term illnesses.
Students could also ask questions about club trips and learn more about exciting events coming up this season. If you missed it, be sure to keep an eye out for more events like this in the future. On Monday, the Commuter Student Association hosted a finals kit event before the upcoming exam week.
There, students were able to build bags filled with stress relief toys, face masks, journals, and more. These items encourage self-care during busy times. Finger foods were also provided for everyone to enjoy. This event helps to raise spirits before a stressful week. The Commuter Student Association will resume their monthly events in the spring. When you're not watching SCTV, we hope you have your radio turned to 88.3 to listen to our very own college radio station.
SCTV's Ethan Smith takes us to the SSU to check out a campus treasure.
Inside the Saracen Student Union lies WVCR. Inside you can find students working, music playing, and of course you can also find General Manager Darren S. Kibbe, who has quite the day-to-day list of chores.
Many duties, not only here at the studios, but here in the Capital Region as well. Overseeing the radio station is something that we have to do with not only the daily, but basically 24 hours a day.
And on top of keeping tabs of WVCR, he lends a hand to those working in the station as well, from volunteers to staff.
So what we're doing is interacting with students on a multiple capacity. There are students who are here for curriculum, maybe such like yourself, and other students who are here actively involved in our alumni program. There are other students who here are working as office managers and running the administrative aspects of the radio station that are funded by our federal work-study money.
And students seem to be getting a great experience from learning at 88.3 The Scene.
Definitely WVCR was something that I found interesting, and while I was not sure exactly how I would be involved, potentially in this talk format or in a music format like I decided on eventually.
Took the initiative and I met Darren, and then I was like, I'm doing an internship here, and I dove right into it, and it was a really good decision.
Now with all those chores in mind, managing WVCR for most of us may come as stressful and quite the hassle. But for Darren S. Kibbe, its current manager, it's been the most rewarding job he's ever had.
I have the same car throughout this whole experience here, but yet my journeys are aplenty, and I don't even mind revisiting a lot of those journeys.
Be sure to tune into WVCR on radio or in the iHeart app, and appreciate the dedication from students who have given it their all, and of course, Darren S. Kibbe. Reporting for SCTV, I'm Ethan Smith.
Still to come, our Joe Lemery sits down with Adam Flieger, Associate Professor of Management and Program Director of the Sports Management Department.
They'll talk about the exciting new sports management program and the upcoming Costa Rica study abroad trip this spring. Stay tuned.
program officially became a track for the management major. The new track is one of 7 within the management major, and the opportunities are just getting started. Today I'm joined by Associate Professor of Management and Program Director of the Sport Management Department, Dr. Adam Flieger. Dr. Flieger, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Awesome. So the Sport Management program is just getting started, and how are students, walk me through sort of how this program is kind of becoming and how students can get involved.
Yeah, so what's really kind of interesting and unique about our sport management program is across the country, it's becoming one of the more popular majors, right? And a lot of times those are full majors in maybe like an education department, liberal arts, and so on. When we were starting to think about putting together our sport management program, it made most sense for us to be in the Department of Management and in a School of Business. Because what it allows us to do is it allows the students to explore all these different job opportunities, have internship opportunities both kind of in the capital region and outside. And being housed within management, you still can graduate with a management degree, but you can focus your track. It's a core course core courses of 4 specific sports courses that you're going to take. So you can kind of think about it like taking your additional credit hours focused on sports. So if you're interested in sport, you can take courses in that.
Now, what sort of internships or opportunities are available for students looking to join or are already established within the program?
Yeah, so it's kind of twofold. The first part is looking just here in the capital region, right? So we're blessed in the fact that we have a lot of kind of minor league teams as well as one major league team with the NLL FlorewsMusic. So we've been actively working on creating partnerships with these teams. So the Tri-City Valley Cats, the Firewolves, the Firebirds, the Adirondack Thunder, and so on. But then we're also really uniquely positioned from a geography standpoint because we're only about 2.5 hours from New York City, 3 hours from Boston, and maybe 3.5 from Montreal, right? So these 3 major metropolitan areas also have a lot of major league opportunities, whether it's working for Madison Square Garden, the New York Knicks, the Montreal Canadiens, and so on. So that gives additional opportunities for students either over the summer or over the winter break to explore some of those major market teams.
Now, the spring semester will be an exciting time for the sport management program, especially because during spring break will be the Costa Rica study abroad trip. Walk me through what this trip's going to be like.
Yeah, so we got to backtrack a little bit. So it's my 11th year teaching, and starting in my 2nd year, so for 9 consecutive years, I've offered a study abroad opportunity for my sport management students. I think it's a really valuable piece of their education because not only do you get to kind of culturally immerse yourself somewhere across the globe, but you also can kind of explore what job opportunities, internships might be available abroad as well. So last year was our first trip associated with our program at Siena, where we went to Italy, France, and Spain. We decided to make a little bit of a change this year, and rather than go to Europe, we're going to explore Costa Rica, and specifically ecotourism and kind of adventure sports. So Costa Rica is becoming world famous for attracting kind of sport enthusiasts, right? So they're leading the way in ecotourism, sustainability, and the way that they think about tourism in their country. So we're going to be focused on not only meeting with organizations, so some major Costa Rican organizations like their International Rugby, their Soccer Federation, but also fully immersing and understanding what that ecotourism is. So everything from hopefully jumping down some waterfalls and ziplining and understanding how sustainability and sport come together for Costa Rica.
Now, a final question for you real quick. What's in store for the future of this new program?
Yeah, so what's been really exciting is how well the sport management program has been received so far, right? So we have an excellent sport marketing program on campus. We have an excellent sport communication. And what's great about sport management is it fits alongside those, right? So coming up, I think we're going to be able to strengthen a lot of our partnerships. We're starting to become really ingrained in the local community by working events, whether it's for the professional teams, Special Olympics, Albany City Recreation, and so on. So I think continuing to strengthen those partnerships and allow students to use the capital region as their classroom is going to be the cornerstone of the program.
Dr. Adam Flieger, amazing insights.
Perfect.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah,
thank you so
very
much. Yeah. If you want to watch this full interview after this show, you'll be able to find it on the Siena College Communications page YouTube channel. You can also find the interview on the SCTV Instagram page at sienacollege.tv. Make sure you follow and subscribe, and you'll be there. Still to come, SCTV's Sarah Hamilton and Riley Ham take us to the dog pound.
Coming up in sports, the Siena lacrosse season is right around the corner. We'll introduce you to this year's captains.
Plus, the Bills take on the 49ers in the snow. We'll take you to Buffalo next.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Riley Ham.
And I'm Sarah Hamilton. Welcome to the Dog Pound. To start off, the Siena women's basketball team battled and finished strong in their game against UMass on Sunday. The Saints were down in the first 2 quarters but responded after halftime. Teresa Sapala hit 3 consecutive threes to start off, but then UMass took back the lead with 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Anaya Hooker connected with Aniza Jackson for a 3-pointer that gave the Saints a 50-48 lead in the end of the fourth quarter, and Teresa Sapala, just coming back from playing for her home country abroad, led the Saints with 21 points. The final score was 57-53, Siena.
Big news for the Siena Saints lacrosse team as their season begins soon. Jack Cavioli, Mark Cummins, Sean Miller, and Andrew Rooney were all announced as captains for the upcoming season. These 4 together led the team last season to an 8-8 record, landing them the number 5 seed in the MAC championship. Siena Nation is excited to see what these 4 men will bring to the season, which is set to begin early February.
The New York Jets took on the Seattle Seahawks this Sunday at MetLife Stadium. Things started off positive for the Jets, with Devontae Adams scoring an 8-yard touchdown. Kenny Nwangwu then took the kickoff 99 yards for a touchdown, bringing the score to 21-7. Unfortunately, in the fourth quarter, the Seahawks took a 26-21 lead from Zach Charbonnet. The Jets couldn't make the comeback, and Seattle took the game 26-21.
The Bills were able to keep the 49ers away from their win streak. However, this wouldn't have been done without the fans of the team. Fans worked through the night and were still going a little before kickoff to ensure that the stadium was ready for all of the fans. And it's a good thing they did. The Bills went on to win that game, the offense dominating, rushing for 222 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground, including 1 for QB Josh Allen himself. The defense did their job as well, forcing 3 turnovers and all of them being fumble recoveries. The Bills went on to win 35-10 and clinch their spot in the AFC East, none of this being possible without the fans and some shovels. While the Siena men's soccer season wrapped up a few weeks ago, some Siena players were able to take home some hardware.
7 Saints earned All-MAC honors, and 1 player even took home the Rookie of the Year.
SCTV's Jake Salvi takes us to meet Dren Jabruna.
Dren Jabruna, a talented 19-year-old left back born in Connecticut, is taking MAC and collegiate play by storm. As a freshman, he's got quite an impressive CV, even before this year.
Yeah, I started off in MLS Next. I think I joined NYCFC when I was 13. I was there for 4 years and then made the decision to join Hartford in the USL. I think that decision was also a pretty important decision for me, going from playing against kids my age to playing against professional guys every single day. I thought was a big jump, and I think that was really important in next steps in my career.
The professional youth play has definitely given Dren the platform to perform the way he has been, which has been nothing short of impressive, earning MAC Rookie of the Year and All-MAC First Team.
Yeah, again, obviously, it's a good feeling for me. Also for the program, I think, again, coming in, setting very high goals for myself. Achieving those goals is good. Just staying consistent throughout the season, I thought was good on my part. And, obviously winning those 2 awards is a good feeling.
Coming off this record-breaking season, Drenda Bruna is starting to make a name for himself locally. But he's also working on making a name for himself on the international scale.
Yeah, it's great pride for me, but also for my family. Like, my parents were born there, and just representing also gave them like a very good feeling. And me representing both nations, I think, was very important for me and also for my family.
With all the time spent traveling and practicing, De Bruyne definitely has his plate full. It begs the question, what does he do to unwind and have fun?
Honestly, bro, it's really soccer. If we're not training on the field, we're probably in the gym, or we're playing like futsal, or like just kicking the ball around. It's like sort of like just part of our everyday routine. Soccer is just always in it.
And even with all that time spent with soccer, De Bruyne just can't seem to get enough. This goes to show the level of dedication it takes to get to the level he's at. Reporting from Loudonville with SCTV, I'm Jake Salvi.
That'll do it for sports. I'm Riley Ham.
And I'm Sarah Hamilton.
On the way, SCTV's September Mostransky speaks with a local cheerleading squad. We'll be right back. Right here in the Capital Region, a local cheer squad is changing lives. SCTV's September Mostransky introduces us to the Capital District Angels.
We are the Capital District Angels.
The Capital District Angels have been bringing pep and spirit to New York's Capital Region for decades.
I love coaching this team. They bring a lot of joy and energy. I look forward to it every Friday night. They do so amazing.
But the Angels are not just your average cheer team. This squad holds a deeper place in the hearts of those involved that goes beyond just cheerleading.
I was just a girl with autism, and I found my my true passion with being with the Angels.
The Angels are co-ed cheerleaders with special needs, ranging from physical to intellectual disabilities, open to all ages.
2009, I moved in my group home. Kevin, Emily's father, got me on the squad, and it was like, yes.
Many of the Angels share that same excitement about the team, but for reasons that have nothing to do with the actual cheerleading.
I enjoy hanging out with my friends on the team.
The relationships that the Angels have with each other is the most cheerful component of all, and it starts with the head coach.
Kaylee, she acts really funny, and she makes me laugh, and she's very nice.
She's awesome. She's like big sister to me.
Yeah. And all of the time and energy she puts into coaching this team is worth it when she watches them hit the mat.
Seeing how amazing they do. They always rock the floor. They get first place every time. And just seeing the joy in their faces.
G-O-A-T!
And not just first place locally, the Angels have cheered in national competitions. But it's not really about the trophies. This organization changes lives.
They're like family to me.
In Albany, I'm September Mostransky.
Do you want to help organize events for your fellow classmates? The Siena Students Event Board put out a flyer looking for multiple different positions. This is your chance to take action and explore a new opportunity getting involved on campus. Be quick, because the deadline to apply closes on midnight on Friday, December 6th.
At the end of every semester, Siena hosts an academic showcase to highlight students' research, innovation, and new ideas. But to add on to that, Siena is introducing a new event to take place in the showcase starting next semester. Saints Talk will resemble the idea of TED Talks. It will feature 5 presentations on a topic of the speaker's choice, and that speaker could be you. Students, staff, and alumni are all welcome to submit proposals for the next Saints Talk.
With our final show of the fall semester, we here at SCTV are celebrating the transformation of our studio. Thanks to recent renovations, we have been able to bring you student-driven content like never before. SCTV's Amber Fisher joins us from outside the TV studio.
While this studio has been on campus for years, a recent renovation has brought it to the future of broadcast journalism. No longer sitting and collecting dust, this studio is now ready for lights, camera, and action.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us.
Tucked into a corner in Foy Hall, the Joseph A. and Carol M. Riley Broadcast Center helps student journalists get hands-on newsroom experience. And thanks to TV studio manager Mitch Young, the newly renovated studio now features 2 new chat sets and a studio monitor. According to Mitch, students take on different positions weekly to prepare them for a career in news.
Getting a taste of everything gives you a better understanding of the entire newsroom and what it takes to put on a broadcast. Having that knowledge of a little bit of everything helps you with everything you're going to do in a newsroom.
Our space, our studio, the size of our program, etc., really allows for students to get experience in all facets of the production of a television show, of the news, etc.
Students are able to leave the program as well-rounded journalists, supported by the faculty and the upgraded studio.
The studio renovation, which was led by Mitch Young, has really provided more flexibility in terms of the kinds of shots students can get, the kinds of programming they can offer, and for even the kind of shows they can actually pull off in the studio.
I mean, just in the last 6 months, I think we've made leaps and bounds. Like, we're constantly pushing out a product now. Students can see that, prospective students can see that, so they can see what we're doing and say, hey, that looks cool, I want to get involved in that.
In many ways, the TV studio brings the Siena community together.
So it kind of connects to everybody. So like we had the president here sending a Christmas message. It's great. We have students in here doing newscasts. We have students in here doing extracurricular sportscasts that are not tied to a class at all.
With this facelift, the TV studio is doing more than it ever has before. It is a place where creativity and hard work come together to create student-produced shows.
And the studio has plans to expand their production this upcoming spring semester. If you'd like to check out any of the TV studio's productions, you can check it out on the Siena College Communications Program YouTube page. With SCTV, I'm Amber Fisher. Tommy, Mike, back to you.
And still to come, the Thanksgiving celebrations of the crew of SCTV. Newscast, stick with us.
A much-needed break for Thanksgiving last week. Giving everyone a chance to relax and celebrate, we thought we'd take some time at the end of the show to show you all how our SCTV family celebrated our break. It was a great opportunity to spend time with family, have fun, and remember what we're thankful for.
You may even notice SCTV's own Chris Hicks falling victim to the post-Thanksgiving dinner nap right there. We at SCTV are thankful for everyone who plays a part in these newscasts and for all of you who tune in and watch. You know, personally, I feel bad for putting Chris on blast there because I think myself ended up in the same position as he did.
Chris certainly had the sleepies on Thanksgiving. I don't blame him. People can put you to sleep a little bit.
Hey, with great food and football and family, it's hard to give him a hard time about that.
And that'll do it for SCTV Live at 2:30. Follow us on Instagram at SienaCollege.tv, or you can find us here on the Siena College Communications Program YouTube page.
Have a great night.